Okay, so I hope that you finished up the video notes on emotion theory, and I hope that I was able to add some clarity to that. Let's say you're ready to start working on that emotion theory poster. So if you look in the lesson materials that are posted for today's stuff, um, after you view the notes on emotion theories, then you could begin working on your emotion theory poster if you wanted. Now, of course, had we been in class, I would have given you a cool, like 11 by 17-inch piece of construction paper so that you could use your creative freedom to explore this idea. And of course, if you were in my room during prime time, could have borrowed all the markers and colored pencils to your heart's delight. Um, I realize that you may not have all that stuff at home. So I'm encouraging you to be resourceful here. I've actually adjusted the deadline for this project back by a day for each section, and we'll see that when we click on the guidelines here, because I imagine some people just really don't have any kind of paper on which to draw or colored pencils or markers at home. A lot of you do though, and also a lot of you like drawing. So given that you're trapped indoors for the next couple days, why not work on this and save yourself some time once you get back to school? So if you're ready to do that, you're going to click on this emotion theory poster link. You can also find, if you're viewing this in the module view in Canvas, it'll just say assignment emotion theory poster. And here's what you're going to do. First up, you select a cool emotion that you would like to explore. And okay, you could select something like happiness or sadness, which is fine, but go for something cool. Like I've posted a list here with a whole bunch of different emotion words for you to explore. Excuse me. So, maybe, yeah, happiness is cool, but what about horror stricken or, um, you know, dejected? That sounds way cooler than sadness, So, pick something or uncomfortable. That's a good emotion to explore. Oh, tranquil. There's so many good choices, is what I'm getting at. So, you don't, it doesn't have to be something from this list, but pick something that you want to actually explore as an emotion, because you're going to be trying to apply each of the three theories to explain that specific emotion. And there's a reason for that. If this project does seem to help people clarify their understanding of these concepts, the emotion theories can be pretty abstract. So if you've taken a single emotion and attempted to explain them through each, that really draws your attention to the similarities and differences between them. So you're going to take that emotion that you picked and create some sort of poster. Again, like you could use, you know, printer paper from your home printer. You could recycle the a poster that you have sitting at home from some other project. I understand that, you know, I wasn't able to give you paper in person. If you do have to wait for that from when we're back at school on Thursday or Friday, you can. It's just going to create a little more time pressure. So if you if you have something available, or why not like draw it on an old shirt? I don't know. Like you are a resourceful Wisconsinite, so I feel like you could probably pull this off. But anyway, it does say I'll provide the paper. That was in the fantasy that we'd actually be at school together this week. So use whatever you like. You can use, diagrams. You can use pictures. You can draw, like whatever it is. I want you to have it be original. So don't just pull something off the web, because then you're likely to find like pre-made diagrams that compare this stuff and you wouldn't have done any thinking at all. So look at this is an example of how you could do this with stick people. Stick people are an effective medium for communicating a lot of stuff in the art world. Perhaps you have more skill than I do, and you could come up with something like better than stick people. But if stick people are your go-to, go for it. So this person had drawn like a single stimulus, like you found out you won the lottery, and then used the James Lange, Cannon-Bard, and two-factor theories to explain how the emotion of elation might be connected to that. So here we go. Look at that. James Lange, the physiological arousal coming before and creating the experience of emotion. Cannon-Bard giving you simultaneous physiological arousal and the experience of the emotion. And two-factor theory, the arousal being paired with a cognitive label of that emotion, leading to the experience of that emotion. Boom. Done. Now, this, of course, you don't have to do it that. There's so many options. Use your own creative freedom. I think the one thing that is sometimes a challenge for people once they've got down the idea of the theories, which is itself challenging, is figuring out what the physiological arousal is that goes with the emotion. So, like tranquil, if you pick that. Well, what is the body doing when you're tranquil? If you're looking for ideas for that, if you check out page 427 in your textbook, there's a specific section in Module 41 about the physiology of specific emotions, so that can give you some ideas. But you also might just try it out yourself. If you're trying to figure out what physical things go with tranquil, try to put yourself in a tranquil state and then pay attention to what your face is doing. Pay attention to what your heart rate and your muscles in various areas of the body are doing. Those are good things to list in terms of the physiological arousal stuff. So, have fun and enjoy the coloring. I would advise you to, do the coloring maybe while you're in your jammies, sipping some hot cocoa. What a great way to spend an afternoon, both studying psychology and waiting out, nearly apocalyptic blizzard. Seems like a good way to spend some time. Good luck, everybody. Feel free to message me if you got questions. Good luck.